What's up, y'all? This is Sammy Obeid, local Arab American, frequenter at the Jewish Community Center, lover of all religions. I put the Pal in Palestinian. Today, we're gonna get high and solve anti-Semitism. Unequivocally wrong. Unequivocally wrong. So we're smoking silver haze. It's a very hazy subject and we want to bring some clarity. Unequivocally wrong. Unequivocally wrong. I have a friend named Silverstein, so I'm smoking super silver haze in his honor. That feels like the oldest religion to me. Unequivocally wrong. You want to hit it?
Yeah, sure.
They. Problem with anti-Semitism with people saying they too much. They control the media, they control government, they control the banks. And it will not all Jewish people, but they. We need to stop using they. It's just like when people say, hey, my name is David, he, his, hims. Hi, we're the Jews. Not they. Not they. Choose your preferred pronouns. Unequivocally wrong. I didn't age it.
I've been seeing a lot of celebrities getting in trouble for anti-Semitic comments. Nick Cannon was unceremoniously shot out of a cannon far away from the Viacom building.
Here's the thing that nobody knows. Actually, about 3,000 people were there. I had one experience where I did the most riskiest thing in my career, aside from announcing that I'm Palestinian on stage, in 2012, where I said something that could be taken as Are you even filming me? It's like the video, the camera's over there. Yeah, but it like keeps going over there. Like, am I gonna like watch this later? We're gonna be looking at that family, or?
No. Yeah.
The one time in my career that I said something that could be taken as anti-Semitic, Nick Cannon was in the same room.
Yeah, and how'd that make you feel, bro?
It made me feel like what happened on the podcast was my fault.
Okay, let's back up. What was the joke that you said?
2012, America's Got Talent audition, St. Louis. I have my 90 seconds down tight. I knew this 90 seconds like it was the only 90 seconds I had because it was. There was one joke I was on the fence about. Are you at a good... Already, I don't think we got anything that I've said. Do I need to repeat the whole thing?
No, we got it, bro.
It was a joke about my Jewish friend. It was a joke that I'd had for maybe 4 years at that time. Crowds loved it. I did it once at the Jewish Community Center. It destroyed. No, not like... It did really well. The joke is...
Like, I asked my Jewish friend the other day, I said, hey man, what do you like most about being Jewish? He said, I never thought about it before. I said, just give me something off the top of your head. So he gave me his yarmulke.
I'm just kidding. He sold it to me.
One of my friends was like, dude, that may be taken as anti-Semitic. And you know, your judges are Howard Stern, Howie Mandel, Sharon Osbourne, all three of which are Jewish.
Right.
And I'm like, that is a good point. My other friend, who's my roommate, Toby, who's Jewish, he was like, are you kidding me? Definitely do that joke. Jews love Jew jokes. Direct quote.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm like, oh, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? I don't know. Like, Howard Stern's got a great sense of humor, but like, what if he's, for some reason just feeling a little triggered that day? So I'm in the middle of my set. It's going all right. It's not even going that great because it's quite a hostile crowd. And I tell the joke, and then I do the yarmulke part, and the crowd's like, okay. And then I do he sold it to me, and the crowd explodes. Keep in mind, this is St. Louis. And I hear Howard Stern turn to Howie Mandel and say, that's a good one. And I was relieved because I realized that could have ended my career. But the thing is, it still can. They never aired it. They can still put it out and end my career. And when I say they, I just mean whoever has the tape. I don't know. So before I go on stage, Nick Cannon's the host, right? He's like, how you feeling, man? I'm like, I'm good. He's like, you gonna tell some jokes today? I'm like, yes. He's like, all right, brother, you got this.
Right.
I'm not nice, dude. He made me feel good in a moment where I was severely questioning myself. I didn't turn around to see if Nick Cannon was laughing at that joke, but after watching this podcast, maybe he was.
This is interesting to me because you have an interesting relationship with Jewish people and having your heritage.
Yeah, we're neighbors. Religion and race was never a thing to me. I grew up in Berkeley, California. I had a friend of every race. It was the UN meeting at every birthday party. It's tough, man, because there's a lot of pain behind it. Like what Jewish people went through, and to be born Jewish, and shortly after being born, or shortly after they cut off your... No, like not so shortly after, become a child, and then you learn 80, 90 years ago, your people were the target of the worst genocide in history. That's got to be a very painful thing to hold on to in your psyche. So it makes sense. Jewish people should be weary of anti-Semitism and should call it out even when it's subtle and nearly undetectable to a lot of people, such as Nick Cannon. To cancel someone over it would have to depend on the authenticity of their apology. They said that Nick was canceled because he failed to apologize, but I read all these statements which sounded more or less like an apology.
Right.
So was it too late is the question.
Or was it that he had to be gone?
We don't know. Jewish people are like, what, only like 1% of the population?
Right.
Arabs are even less, like 5%, 0.5%, maybe even less. I do know a lot of Jewish comedian peers bonded with agents and managers over being Jewish. It makes sense.
Right.
If there's an Arab manager or agent, if there's an Arab casting director, and we go in there and we start sharing our favorite recipe for kanafi, we have a bond.
Yeah.
When you consider the politics of a specific dichotomy, and in this case, Arab and Jewish, it can be a little intimidating for an Arab comedian. In an alternate reality, I could walk into a casting director's room and, like, more than not likely, that person's going to be of Arab heritage and I'll be able to relate with them. That's a great perk for me, right?
And
how hard would it be to be a Jewish comedian?
It'd be tough.
I want to show you. Look at this, right? Fremont stands united against hate. Fremont, where I'm from, stand up, united. That means if they speak for me, I'm with it because I'm part of Fremont. Against hate. You heard it from them. What a safe statement this is, right? This should just say, don't loot me.
Oh shit.
Pigeon on pigeon, man. Pigeon on pigeon violence. When it comes specifically to African American and Jewish relations, I don't feel like my voice matters other than just being like, hey, kind of observe this, no big deal.
Right.
Okay? The hip hop industry, sports, these are overwhelmingly dominated by African American talent. The African American talent is represented by managers and agents who are overwhelmingly Jewish.
Right.
And by overwhelmingly, I don't mean like, oh my God, it's too much for me. I mean, if you look at statistically, that's all.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yes. So
And,
you have a lot of Jewish and black relations in the entertainment and sports industry.
Right.
What do you have when you have a lot of exposure? You have tension, you have drama, you have issues,
Right.
you have misunderstandings, you have faux pas.
Right.
Anti-Semitism sets back progress for the Palestinians. That's why I feel personally on a level that, like, I want to stop anti-Semitism so that Palestinians can get what they want, which is their own state and a decent place to live and be free and be themselves.
How do you see there being a solution?
Reparations. First step to all of this is people just need to be honest and get out of their emotions for 1 second and just be honest that there are two sides to every story, and clinging on to your pain is only going to delay the healing. To have an honest discussion about anti-Semitism, acknowledge it, then let go of it, and then take an honest look at why it exists and what people need to know to stop casually entertaining it. Because as we know, Nick Cannon's special is called Showbiz.